Hi students, so welcome to the channel. So in this video we are going to discuss the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya arithmetic test. So 20 questions, solid paper of 2019, right? So this particular video will be useful for the entrance exam into class 6th, right? So already in the previous video we have discussed about solid paper 2020. So if you haven't watched, so please watch that video. Okay, so watch the video till the end so that you can get everything related to this paper, right? Next, moving on to the first question. See, simplification of the following gives. So here some expression is given, so you need to simplify this. So to simplify this particular thing, so we are having a particular rule which we call it as BODMAS rule. We call it as BODMAS rule. So B stands for brackets, O stands for off, D stands for division, M stands for multiplication, A stands for addition, S stands for subtraction. So using this phrase, we need to follow this particular phrase while doing simplifications, right? So whenever you are having brackets, so first of all you need to start with the things which are present inside the brackets. Next, you are having one more bracket, so you need to simplify that. Next, after that we need to follow the rule division, next multiplication, addition, followed by subtraction. Okay, so you need to remember this phrase BODMAS because it is useful in all the simplifications. So first of all we are going to have the simplification of this particular part, 7 divided by 1 3 by 4. Now let us see what it gives. So 7 divided by 1 3 by 4. Now since this is a mixed fraction, so you need to convert it into improper fraction. So how to convert improper fraction? Just multiply the denominator with this whole number. So 4 ones are 4 plus 3. So this numerator we should add to the product. So 4 ones are 4 plus 3. It is nothing but 7 by 4. If you observe, this is a fraction, then represent this 7 also as a fraction. So 7 by 1. Now whenever you are having division, so division we can change it into multiplication by changing like this. See here, so 7 by 1, so this division I am changing it as multiplication. So when I change it as multiplication, this 7 by 4 becomes 4 by 7. So just follow the steps. So 7 by 1 into 4 by 7. Now 1 7 is present in the numerator and 1 7 is present in the denominator. Now directly what I can do is I can cancel out these 7s. So this goes one time and this also goes one time. Then finally in the numerator, so 4 ones are 4 divided by 1 ones are 1. So this is nothing but the value which we obtain by simplifying this 7 divided by 1 3 by 4. Okay, and after that we are having one more thing within the bracket. So within this big bracket we are having one more thing, so we need to simplify that also. So what is the value that you are going to get? 12 by 5 into 5 by 8. 12 by 5 into 5 by 8. Now if I simplify, this 5 is in the denominator, so which can be cancelled with the 5 in the numerator one time, right? In the same way, here I am having 8, here I am having 12 in the numerator. So this 8 and 12, if you observe, we can cancel them in 4 tables. So 4 2s are 8, next 4 3s are 12. Now multiplying the numerator, 3 1s are 3 by 1 2s are 2. Hence the value of this particular thing is 3 by 2. Now simplifying that particular bracket value, so what is there in the brackets? So first thing is 3 by 2 plus, so here this particular thing is 3 by 2 and this particular thing is 4 by 1. In middle what is there? So we are having plus in the middle, so this plus symbol followed by 4 by 1. Now since the denominators are different, so we need to make them as same by taking the LCM. What is the LCM of 2 and 1? It is 2. In 2 table 2 goes one time, so numerator value into 1 plus this 1 table 2 goes 2 times, so this becomes 2 into 4. So which gives me 3 ones are 3 plus 2 fours are 8 divided by 2. This gives me 11 divided by 2. So this whole value is 11 by 2. Next, after that, so brackets completed. Next, followed by the things. So 15 1 by 2. So 15 1 by 2 I can write it as, so 15 2s are 30. So you need to do multiplication here and then we need to add here. So 15 2s are 30, 30 plus 1 it is 31 by 2 minus, so what is the value of the bracket that we got here? So this bracket value is 11 by 2. So substitute 11 by 2 here into, what is the value remained finally, into 2. Now how to simplify? So this 2 into gets cancelled because it is in the numerator and this is in the denominator. So then finally 31 by 2. So instead of cutting this, so instead of cancelling, if you keep it as it is, then directly what I can do, so 11 2s are 22 by 2. So if you observe the denominators, they are same. So 31 minus 22 is 9. Okay, so answer is 9 by 2. Hence the answer is 9 by 2. Next, so likewise we can simplify the given question. Next, moving on to the second question. The number of numbers which are multiples of both 3 and 5 in the first 100 natural numbers is. See, the number of numbers which are multiple of both 3 and 5. So if we say both 3 and 5, then you need to take the LCM of 3 and 5. So both 3 and 5 means, and if it comes, then you need to take LCM. So LCM of 3 and 5 is 15 because they both are prime numbers or co-primes. Then directly their product is my LCM. So 3 5s are 15. That means what I need to consider, multiples of, so both 3 and 5 means nothing but simply 15. So take multiples of 15. So multiples of 15 in the first 100 natural numbers. So take, so 15 1s are 15, 15 2s are 30, 15 3s are 45, 15 4s are 60, 15 5s are 75, 15 6s 90. Next 15 7s, it is crossing 100. So hence we are going to stop till here. Now count the number of numbers, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the answer is 6. Right. Next, moving on to the third question. So which of the following statements is correct? So 0 is an odd number. So can you say 0 an odd number? So odd number means, so when you divide with 2, 1 should be the remainder, but we won't get that. So 0 is an even number, 0 is a prime number, 0 is neither odd nor even number. So what we can say here? So 0 is an odd number because when you divide with 2, it gives the remainder as 0. Okay, next moving on to question number 44. If a man travels at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour, if a man travels at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour, he reaches his destination 10 minutes late. And if he travels at a speed of 42 kilometers per hour, he reaches his destination 10 minutes early. The distance traveled is. Okay, so the question is related to speed, distance and time, right? Now he has given first speed and he has given the time. Next, second speed he has given and he has given the time. Now he is asking you to find out the distance. So here you can remember this formula. So what is that? Speed is equal to distance by time. Speed is equal to distance by time. So you can use this formula, or simply you can simply remember dts. So d is equal to t into s. Distance is equal to time into speed. So simply remember this phrase dts. Okay, dts. So where d is equal to t into s. Here d is distance, t is time, s is speed. Now observe this question. So he has given speed 1, right? So speed 1, let it be considering as speed 1. So what is speed 1 given? It is given as 30 kilometers per hour. Speed 1 is 30 kilometers per hour. So when he moves with speed 1, what is happening? He is reaching the destination 10 minutes late. So for suppose if the time is considered as t, if time is considered as t, if correct time, so if I take it as correct time, so correct time is t, then what about t1? So t1 means he is reaching 10 minutes late. So 10 minutes less means, so for this correct time t, we are going to add 10. Okay. So here if you observe, the units are hours, right? But here this is 10 minutes. So that's why we need to divide with 60 to make it into hours. So this is nothing but my time t1. The same way I can write s2, no? So s2 is equal to 42 kilometers per hour. The same way, what about time t2? So time t2 is equal to, so for the correct time he is reaching 10 minutes early. So 10 minutes early means, so 10 minutes before only, no? So to the correct time I am reaching 10 minutes early means I need to subtract this 10 minutes. So 10 minutes in terms of hours, so 10 by 60. So this is nothing but my time t2. So if my speed is 30 kilometers per hour, he will reach 10 minutes late, and if my speed is 42 kilometers per hour, he reaches 10 minutes early. But he is going to his office, right? So the distance will be same in both the cases. Distance will be same in both the cases. That means, what do I know? Distance is equal to time into speed. So from this what I can write? In both the cases distances are same. So time 1 into speed 1 will be equal to time 2 into speed 2. Understood? So time 1 into speed 1 is equal to time 2 into speed 2. Now substituting the value, what is time 1? Time 1 is t plus. So we can cancel out this 0 and 0, no? Then what I am going to get? T plus 1 by 6 into, what is s1? S1 is 30 is equal to t minus 1 by 6 into 42. Now what I can do here? I can take LCM, right? So when I take LCM, this becomes 6t plus 1 whole divided by 6 into, so this 30 I can cancel out in 6 tables. So 6 5s, next this is 6 7s. So here 60 plus 1 by 6 into 5 is equal to, here 6t minus 1 by 6 into 7. Now in the denominators I can cancel out this 6 and 6. Then finally what I can do here? This I can multiply. So 5 into 60 gives me 5 6 30t plus 5 1 5 is equal to, here 7 6 42t minus 7 1 7. Now since we are having t terms and we are having numbers, we can transpose those t terms and numbers onto one side. Then from this what I can say? So this minus 7, if I transpose, it becomes plus 7. So 5 plus 7 is equal to, this is 42t minus 30t. Because this plus 30 I can transpose it as minus 30. So 42 minus 30 is 12t is equal to, 5 plus 7 is 12. So from this what I am getting? T is equal to 1 hour. So t is equal to 1 hour. Right? So I got time. Then finally I can find out the distance. No, since I am asked to find out the distance, so distance d is equal to time into speed. So what is the time here? So time is 1 hour into, what is the speed? So the actual time to reach the office or the destination is 1 hour. But here I need what? So I need distance, right? I know one of the speeds, so directly I can take the first speed. So speed 1, so d is equal to 30 into t. So what is the value of t? So t is 1 plus 1 by 6. So directly when I substitute, this gives me 30 into 1 plus 1 by 6 is 7 by 6. So in 6 table I can cancel it out 5 times. So 5 7s are 35 kilometers. So the answer is 35 kilometers. So distance is 35 kilometers. So that particular 35 kilometers, if we go with a certain speed, so we'll be reaching it in 1 hour. So that means it is the correct time. So if time is asked, then it is the correct time is 1 hour. Whereas if we ask about distance, you can get it by substituting the values, right? Next, moving on to one more question. A passenger train running at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour leaves a railway station 6 hours after a goods train leaves and overtakes it in 4 hours. So what is the speed of the goods train? So what are the trains we have? So we are having a passenger train and we are having a goods train. So let these two be the trains we have. Okay. Now what he has given, a passenger train is running at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour. So this passenger train is moving at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour and it leaves a railway station 6 hours after a goods train leaves, right? So this passenger train is at the station and this goods train, it has traveled for how many hours? So it has traveled for 6 hours. So after traveling for 6 hours, this passenger train started. Okay, so this passenger train has started after 6 hours of goods train, it has started. Next, after that what happened? After the goods train leaves and overtakes it in 4 hours. Overtakes it in 4 hours. That means after 4 hours it will overtake this goods train. So already goods train travelled 6 hours when this passenger train started, right? Next, after this if you observe, this passenger train overtake this goods train after 4 hours. So till then, how many hours did this passenger train travel? So this passenger train has travelled 4 more hours, right? So along with the 6 hours, it has travelled 4 more hours. That means total travelling of goods train is 10 hours and my passenger train is, so the same distance it can cover it in how many hours? So in 4 hours. So in 4 hours my passenger train has covered this distance, whereas my goods train has covered the same distance in 10 hours. Now he is asking what is the speed of the goods train. Okay, now from this I can directly say, if you observe the figure, distances are same, right? Distances are same. So distance is equal to, what is the formula? Time 1 into speed 1. Here I am going to take time of passenger train and speed of passenger train, which gives me, what is the time travelled by passenger train? So it totally travelled 4 hours into, what is the speed of the passenger train? So it has given 80. That means, so 4 8s are 32. So it has travelled 320 kilometers. It has travelled 320 kilometers in 4 hours. Okay. Now the same distance has been travelled by goods train for 10 hours, right? From that I can directly find out the speed of the goods train. No? So from this, speed of goods train is equal to, so what is speed formula? Distance by time. So what is the distance here? So distance travelled is 320 kilometers by, what is the time travelled by goods train? It is nothing but 10. So 320 by 10 is 32 kilometers per hour. So hence the answer is 32 kilometers per hour. Okay. Next, moving on to one more question. So what sum will amount to 6,600 in 4 years at 8% per annum simple interest? So what sum? So what did he ask? So what sum will amount to 6,600? So amount to means he has given amount. So amount is equal to 6,600. Next, he has given time. So time is given as 4 years. Next, rate of interest also given. So rate of interest is 8% per annum. Right? Now, what sum he is asking? So what sum means? So he is asking about principal. So principal is equal to question mark. Now from this we have the formula, right? So what is the formula? Amount is equal to principal plus interest. Principal plus interest. Now already the values are given. This can also, I can write it as principal plus, what about interest? So interest I can write it as PTR by 100. Okay, so A is equal to P plus PTR by 100. Now writing down the values, so the amount is 6600 is equal to principal, we don't know, so principal plus principal into what is the time, so it is 4 years, into what is the rate of interest, so rate of interest is 8 divided by 100. Okay, now simplifying this, so if there is nothing, then 1 is in the denominator, so this 6600 I can write as it is equal to, on the left hand side I am going to take the LCM, so LCM is 100, then directly I can multiply, so this becomes 100p plus 8 4s 32, so this becomes 32p. Now directly 6600 is equal to, so 100p plus 32p, so 100p plus 32p is nothing but 132p divided by 100. Now I need to find out the value of p, so from this p is equal to, so along with this p, what I am having, 132 by 100, so 132 by 100 is being multiplied with p, then when I transpose, then what will happen, so this is 6600 by 1 into this 132 by 100 can be written as into 100 by 132, right? Now moving on to 11 table, so if 11 table is considered, so 11 6 are 66 followed by 2 zeros. Next in 11 table 132, so 11 ones are 11, then 2 is left 22, so it goes 22 times, sorry 12 times. Next again in 12 table, so 12 ones are 12, 12 fives are 60. Next one more 0 is there, so that 0 will be carried. Then from this what I can say, 50 into 100, so this gives me 5000 rupees. So hence the principal is 5000 rupees. So with 5000 he has started, and if we give it for 4 years, then the amount will be 6600. Okay, next moving on to question number 7. So 5045 grams is equal to, so already we know 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams, right? So 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams, that means 5045 grams is equal to, so 5045 grams, so 5045 grams means, so it is 5000 plus 45 grams, right? 5000 plus 45 grams. Already we know 1000 grams means 1 kg. This 5000 I can write as 5 into 1000 plus 45 grams. Now this 1000 grams I can write as kg, so this can be written as 5 kgs, and we are left with 45 grams, so it is 45 grams. So 5 kgs 45 grams. So where is the answer? So 5 kg 45 grams, option B is my answer. Next moving on to 48. So how many rectangular slabs of 10 centimeters by 8 centimeters are required to cover a floor of hall of 12 meters by 10 meters? So here rectangular slabs, so you might have seen the tiles, so which are kept on the flooring, so which are used for flooring, right? So to find out how many, so how many are required, so for this number of rectangular slabs, just remember this formula. So number of rectangular slabs is equal to area of floor by area of each slab or each tile, you can say. What we are having the formula, area of floor by area of each slab. Just remember the bigger area by the smaller area, area of the bigger one by area of the smaller one. Okay, what about area of floor? Area of floor is 12 meters into 10 meters divided by area of each slab. Area of each slab means, so directly multiplying 10 centimeters into 8 centimeters. But can you cancel these two? So we cannot do simplification because both are having different units. Either you change meters into centimeters or centimeters into meters. So here I am going to consider meters into centimeters. So what about the value of 1 meter? So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So from this I can write as 12 into this meter. I want to change it into centimeter. So meter means 100 centimeters. So 12 into 100 into this 10 meters I can write as 10 into 1 meter I can write as 100 centimeters divided by, so 10 into 8, because since I have converted meters into centimeters, so that's why I am not representing any units. Okay, now cancellations. So 10 will get cancelled one time. Next 8 and 12. So this goes 2 times in 4 table, this goes 3 times in 4 table. Now finally what I can do? So I can write it as again. So in the numerator I can write as 30000 divided by 2. Now dividing with the 2 I am going to get 15 followed by 3 zeros. Hence the answer is 15,000. So totally 15,000 slabs are required to cover that floor. Right, next moving on to one more question. So what is the sum of? So sum of means nothing but addition. So sum of the place value of 5 in the number. What is the sum of the place value of 5s in the number? Okay. Now place value means nothing but we need to write its place value. Face value means that is nothing but the number what is appearing, whereas place value means we need to multiply the given number with its place value. Okay. So here values of 5s in the number. Now from this if you observe, what is this place value? So it is nothing but 5 into 10, which gives me 50. Next moving on to one more 5. So there is one more 5 no. Now count the numbers. So this is units place, tens place, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, lakhs. That means we are having 5 lakhs here. So 5 into 1 lakh. So this gives me 5 lakhs. Now I need sum, right? So sum means we need to add these two. So 500 000 and 50 is added to this, then I am going to get 0 5 0 0 0 5. So where is the option? 500 50. Hence option D is my answer. Right, next moving on to question number 50. Two solid cubes of side 10 centimeters each are joined end to end. So what is the volume of the resulting cuboid? So what he has given? Two solid cubes. So from this simply what we can say, he is asking about volume, right? Whether whatever is the shape. So volume of cuboid. So volume of cuboid is equal to volume of 2 cubes. Volume of 2 cubes. So what he has done? So he has considered one cube and he has joined it to one more cube. So he has joined it with one more cube. So if you join, so there won't be any change in the volume, just addition of volumes will be done, right? So from this volume of cuboid is equal to volume of 2 cubes. Now what is volume of cube? So volume of cube formula is edge cube or side cube, right? So since we are considering 2 volumes, so 2 into side cube, which is given by 2 into, what is the side here? So side is 10 centimeters, so it is 10 cube, which gives me 2 into 10 cube is 1000. So 2 into 1000 is 2000 centimeter cube. Here the units are very important. So answer is option B. Next moving on to one more question. So 150% is equal to, so 150%. So when you consider in percentages, so you will have this symbol. When you want to convert it into normal form, then what we are going to do is 150% means we need to divide with 100. So if you want to remove this symbol percent, then simply divide with 100. Okay, then what I am going to have, this 0 0 gets cancelled. I am going to have 15 by 10. In 5 table I can cancel it 3 times, I can cancel it 2 times. So what is the value? 3 by 2. Again 3 by 2 I can write it as 1.5. The value of this particular thing is 1.5. Okay, 150% is nothing but 1.5. Next, moving on to 152. A fruit seller buys lemons at 2 for a rupee. A fruit seller buys lemons at 2 for a rupee and sells them at 5 for 3 rupees. So what is his profit percent? What is his profit percent? Now let us see this. A fruit seller buys lemons at 2 for a rupee. That means he is buying 2 lemons for 1 rupee. 2 lemons for 1 rupee. That means you find out for 1 lemon. So 1 lemon is equal to 1 by 2 rupees. Okay, for 2 lemons cost 1 rupee, then 1 lemon costs half rupee. The same way, so this is about cost price. So this is cost price. Next, about selling price if we talk. So he is selling 5 lemons. So he is selling 5 lemons per 3 rupees. He is selling 5 lemons for 3 rupees. That means he is selling 1 lemon for. So he is selling 1 lemon for 3 by 5 rupees. Okay. So here the thing that you need to do is you need to find for 1 lemon. Right. So this is selling price. Now what is his profit percent? So he is saying that he is getting a profit. Then that profit percent. So what is the formula? Profit percentage is given by SP minus CP by CP into 100. So this is the formula. Just remember this, SP minus CP by CP into 100. So what is SP here? So SP is 3 by 5 minus CP is 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2 into 100. Now in the numerator we are having the denominator as 5 and 2. Now we need to take the LCM. Then what is the LCM of 5 and 2? So LCM of 5 and 2 is 10. Then directly we can cross multiply it. 3 2s are 6 minus 5 1s are 5 whole divided by 1 by 2 into 100. Now if you want to simplify, 6 minus 5 is 1 divided by 10. This 1 by 2 which is present in the denominator, I can bring it to numerator as 2 by 1 into already 100 is there in the numerator. So it can be written as 100 by 1. Now if you observe, so this 10 in 100 it cancels 10 times. Hence the answer is 20%. So answer is 20%. So 20% profit he is gaining. Okay. Next, moving on to one more question. So which of the following numbers is divisible by 3, 4, 5 and 6? Okay, if any question is asked like this, so which of the following numbers is divisible by 3, 4, 5, 6? So first of all, take the LCM of those 4 numbers. 3, 4, 5, 6. So take the LCM of this. So first 3 table. So 1 time. So 4 is as it is, 5 is as it is. Next 2. Next take 2. So 1, 2 times 5 and this is 1. Now directly take the product. So LCM of 3, 4, 5, 6 is nothing but 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are, so 3 2s are 6, 5 2s are 10, 10 6 are 60. So if you take 60, so 60 is nothing but my answer. Or you can take the multiples of 60. So 60 will be cancelled, 120, next 180. So all the multiples of 60. So how many numbers will be? So there are infinite numbers. So which are divisible by 3, 4, 5 and 6 at a time. Okay. So the least one is 60 and later on we can take the multiples of 60. So likewise we can say the answer of this particular question. So always do remember, so whenever a question is asked, so which number is divisible by 3, 4, 5 and 6, then you can directly take the LCM and this LCM is nothing but the least multiple of all those numbers, right? Then by considering the multiples of that particular number, we can obtain the remaining infinite number of numbers. Next, moving on to question number 54. So there are 500 eggs in a box. So totally how many eggs are there? 500 eggs are there, right? So 3 by 25 got broken. So broken things are 3 by 25. Next, 4 by 5 of the remaining eggs were sold. The number of eggs left is, and what he has given, 4 by 5 of remaining eggs are sold. So 4 by 5 of remaining are sold. Then the number of eggs left is. Now let us see what are the total number of eggs. So total number of eggs are 500. Now change this 25 into 500. Change the denominator as 500. Okay, otherwise what we can do? So 3 by 25 are broken, no? So broken x. So broken x is equal to 3 by 25 into total number of x. So total number of x is 500. So directly we can cancel out the numerator and denominator. So 25 2s are 50 followed by, so 3 20s are 60. So totally how many x are broken? 60 x were broken, right? Then write down the good x. So good x are nothing but 500 minus 60. So 500 minus 60 is nothing but, so 440 x are good. Okay, so they are not broken. Now what he has given, 4/5 of the remaining x were sold. So 4/5 of remaining x were sold means remaining x are this 440. So this particular 440 is nothing but my remaining x as per the question. Okay, now 4/5 of remaining x are sold means, so I am going to write the sold x. So sold x is equal to 4/5 of remaining. So 4 by 5 into 440 divided by 1. Now again this in 5 table. So this goes one time. So 5 8s are 40. So 5 8s are again 40. So 4 into 88. So 8 4s are 32. So 3 is carried. 4 8s are 32. That 3. 32 plus 3 35. So these many eggs were sold. So these are the number of eggs that were sold. Now finally what did he ask? X left. So finally the x left is equal to how many x are there totally? 440 x are there. In that 352 x were sold. Then subtraction. So 0 minus 2 we cannot do. So we are going to borrow, or otherwise, so write one below the other and directly do the subtraction. So this can be cancelled, then 1 is borrowed, then this becomes 3. So 10 minus 2 is 8. Again 3 we cannot subtract. So from 3 we cannot subtract 5. Then we are taking a borrow from this. Then this becomes 13. So 13 minus 5 is 8. 13 minus 5 is 8. Right? So 13 minus 5 is 8. Then finally how many x are left? So totally 88 x were left finally. Hence the answer is 88. Next, moving on to question number 55. So 5 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. So he said afternoon. So afternoon means clearly it is PM. Okay. Past 3. So what is the meaning of past? Past means it has completed. That means 3 is completed. So 3 is completed means the time has crossed 3. So completing 3, how many minutes has completed? 5 minutes. So this gives me 3 5. The answer is 3 5 PM. Understood? So past 3 means it has completed 3. So after completing 3, how many minutes completed? 5 minutes. So it is 3 5 PM. Okay. Next, moving on to question number 56. The difference between the greatest and the smallest 5-digit number formed by the digits 0, 3, 6, 7, 9. So writing down the digits 0, 3, 6, 7, 9. So first of all, writing the greatest value. So greatest is nothing but 9, 7, 6, 3, 0. So this is nothing but my greatest value. Next, taking down the least. So taking down the least 5-digit means you should not take 0 at the first place. So to take the smallest number, what I should do? So first of all, what is the smallest number among this? You should not consider 0, right? So 3 followed by 0, 3, 7, 9. So it is 3, 0, 6, 7, 9. So for greatest what we did, we have taken in the descending order of the digits 9, 7, 6, 3, 0. So that is the largest number. For the smallest what we did, since 0 should not be considered in the first place, so that's why we have started with the first least and followed by the remaining. So 3, 0, 6, 7, 9. Now what did he ask? So difference, no? So difference means subtraction. So 10 minus 9, 1. Since we cannot cancel it, so this becomes 10. And since we have borrowed, so here 2. So from 2 we cannot subtract 7. So again I need to borrow from this. Then this becomes 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. Next, from 5 I cannot subtract 6. That's why I am going to borrow this. So this becomes 15. 15 minus 6 is 9. Then 6 minus 0 is 6. 9 minus 3 is 6. So answer is 66951. So answer is 66951. Next, moving on to question number 57. An article is sold for 500, hence a loss is incurred. So selling price of a object is 500 and by selling it for 500 he got a loss. Okay, that means cost price is greater than 500. Okay, had the article had been sold for 700, had the article has been sold for 700, if selling price is 700, then the shopkeeper would have gained 3 times the farmer loss. Okay, then he got 3 times the farmer loss. That means if he sold it for 700, then gain will be equal to 3 times of the loss. So here farmer in the sense previous. Okay, so previously he got some loss, no? Then what is the cost price of the article? So he is asking about cost price. Okay, so this question is a little typical one to understand. Okay, listen carefully. So selling price is 500, and for suppose if my cost price is some CP, so let it be CP, right? Then loss is equal to, what is the formula? Loss is equal to CP minus SP. CP minus ESP. Okay, so this is nothing but my formula. So from this CP minus what is SP here? So SP is 500. So I got the value of loss. So loss is equal to CP minus 500. Now in the next condition, so SP is given as 700 and gain is 3 times of the loss. So 3 times of the loss means 3 times of already loss we have found, no? Loss is CP minus 500. Now when I multiply this, so 3 times of CP minus 3 5s are 1500. So this is nothing but my gain. And I know the formula for gain, right? So gain is equal to SP minus CP, right? So gain is equal to SP minus CP, and already I know the value of gain. So gain I can write as 3 times of CP minus 1500, which is equal to, what is SP here? So here SP is 700 minus what is CP? So CP we don't know, so let it be the same thing. Now transpose this CP minus CP to left hand side and this minus 1500 to right hand side. Then what I am going to have? 3 CP minus of minus, it becomes 3 CP minus CP will become plus CP is equal to, here already 700 is there on the right hand side, this minus 1500 when you transpose it becomes plus 1500. So 3 CP plus CP is 4 times of CP is equal to 700 plus 1200. So 0, 0. 15 plus 7 is 22. So 4 CP is equal to 2200. So from the CP is equal to 2200 divided by 4. Now in 4 table 4 5s are 20. Again 2 is remained. So 2 followed by 0 means 20. Again 4 5s are 20. Next one more 0 is left. Hence the cost price of the article is 550 rupees. Okay. Next moving on to one more question. When minus 1 is multiplied by itself 100 times. So minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into and so on. Minus 1 totally how many times? 100 times. Then what is the answer? So simply remember, when you take minus 1, so minus 1 you are multiplying it only one time, then you are going to get minus 1. So when you multiply minus 1 with minus 1, that means you are going to multiply it 2 times, then you are going to get plus 1. The same way, when you multiply it with 3 times, then you are going to get minus 1. So from this clearly what I can say, when you multiply minus 1 with itself even number of times, then you are getting plus 1. When you are multiplying minus 1 with itself odd number of times, then you are going to get minus 1. Okay, so here 100 is even number, right? So 100 is a even number. Then what I am going to get? I am going to get plus 1. So the answer is plus 1. For suppose if instead of 100 times, if he gives 20 times, so 20 times this year, then also you are going to get the answer as 1 only, right? Okay, if it is 2021, so if minus 1 into so on, if it is multiplied 21 times, then it is minus 1. So simply remember, if the given number is odd number, then you are going to get minus 1. If it is even number, then you are going to get plus 1. Okay. Next, moving on to one more question. Simplification of 2.75 minus 1.25 plus 4.75 minus 3.80 in fractional form. So is asking you to find out in fraction form. Now let us see this. 2.75 minus 1.25 plus 4.75 minus 3.80. Now if you observe, you can convert these particular decimals into fractions directly. So after the decimal point, how many place values are here? For everything you are having 2 place values, right? After the decimal point, you are having 2 place values. Then directly I can write it as 275 by 100 minus 1.25 can be written as 125 by 100 plus 475 by 100. So this is nothing but converting decimal form to fraction form. So this I can write as 380 by 100. Now if you observe, all the denominators are same, 100. In the numerator, we are going to have the things which we need to subtract. Now this particular first and third terms, they are getting added up, and second and fourth terms are getting subtracted, right? So from that what I can say is directly I am going to add the numerators. So 475 plus 275 I am going to add separately. So 5 plus 5 10. So 1 is carried, 7 plus 7 14 plus 1 15. Again 1 is carried, 4 plus 2 6 plus 1 750. So this is nothing but the addition of first two. First and third one. Next, second and fourth one, I am having, both are having the minus sign. Then I can directly add them and keep minus sign there. So if I add these two, so 5, 8 plus 2 is 10, 1 is carried, 3 plus 1 4 plus 1 5, right? So this is nothing but the sum of second one and the fourth one. Next what I should do, I need to subtract those two. So 750 minus 505. Now again doing subtraction, minus 505. I cannot cancel this, so this will be changed as 10 and this can be changed as 4. So 10 minus 5 is 5, 4 minus 0 is 4, 7 minus 5 is 2. Hence this answer is 245 by 100. 245 by 100. So again in phi table I can find its mixed fraction, because in the options if you observe everything is given in mixed fractions. So 100 table, so 100 2s are 200, so 45 is remained. So this I can write as 245 by 100. Again this in 45 5 table, so this goes 9 times, this goes 20 times. So directly I can write it as 2 9 by 20. So the answer is 2 9 by 20. So option A is my answer. Okay, so if you want you can furtherly simplify also, right? So how can you simplify? So in 5 table, so denominator becomes 20 and numerator becomes, so 5 4s are 20, right? Next 4 is left, so 45, so 9 times, so 49 by 20. You can check it out. So 2 into 20 is 40, 40 plus 9 is 49 by 20. So you are going to get the same answer. Next, moving on to question number 60. The length of rectangular plot is twice its breadth. Okay, so whenever you are comparing one thing with the other thing, then we need to consider the other thing first. Okay, here the length is compared with the breadth. So for that what I am going to do is I am going to consider breadth is equal to some b. Then my length becomes, if breadth is equal to b, then length is 2 times of breadth. So length becomes 2b. Okay, a square swimming pool of side 8 meters occupies 1/8 part of the plot. Okay, so here there are two connections given. So here length and breadth of a particular plot is given, and next a square swimming pool of side 8 meters. So side of square is 8 meters, occupies 1/8 part of the plot. Occupies 1/8 of the plot means, so what can you say about that? So area of square. So a square swimming pool of side 8 meters occupies 1/8 part. So 1/8 part of area of a plot. So this is the condition that he has given. Okay, already we know area of square is side square is equal to 1/8 into area of plot. So plot is in the shape of a rectangle, right? So rectangle means it is nothing but length into breadth. The formula is length into breadth. Okay, now substituting the values. Side of square is 8, so 8 square is equal to 1/8 into, what is the length? Length is 2b into breadth is b. Now how can I write this as 8 square? So this 1/8 I can transpose here, then this becomes 8 cube. So the value of 8 cube is 512 is equal to 2 times of b square. Okay, now this 2 in 512 it cancels how many times? So 2 2s are 4. Next 1 is left, so 256. So from this what I got? B square is equal to 256. So this 256 I can write it as 16 square. On comparison, so B is equal to 16 meters, right? So B is equal to 16 meters. But what do I need? He asked about the length of the plot. So length of the plot means, so breadth B is equal to 16 meters. I have found it. Next I need length of the plot. So length of the plot means 2 into 16. So 2 16s are 32 meters. So likewise we can find out the length of this particular plot. So the answer is 32 meters, right? So thank you for watching the video. So stay connected with the channel for further more videos.